The lives of refrigerators are normally distributed with a mean 14 years and a standard deviation 2.5 years. For the first part, we need to draw a normal curve with the parameters labeled. So let's do that first. So let's draw a basic normal curve. So it says our average was 14 years, right? Mean is 14 years, so that's our middle, and our standard deviation is 2.5. So now we need to travel out 2.5. So for the next mark right here, we need to add 2.5 to 14. So 14 plus 2.5 gives you 16.5. We need to travel out again. So 16.5 plus 2.5 gives you 19. And then one more time, 19 plus 2.5 gives you 21.5. So we traveled out the positive direction, standard deviations, now we have to go in the negative direction. So now 14 minus 2.5 gives you 11.5. 11.5 minus 2.5 gives you 9. And then 9 minus 2.5 gives you 6.5. So we took care of the first portion of the problem. It wanted us to draw the normal curve and label the parameters. The parameters are simply the average, which is mu, and then traveling out your standard deviations. So plus 3 standard deviations, minus 3 standard deviations. Next, shade the region that represents the proportion of refrigerators that last more than 17 years. So it wants us to shade the region that lasts more than 17 years. So here's 16.5 years, 19 years, so 17 years would be somewhere in here. So I'm going to draw this line down so we can say 17. Right, and it wanted us to shade that region. So if we're shading the region, we just simply need to just color all this. Right, that's all we're doing, we're just shading in this region. So now that we shaded the region, we have B taken care of. Finally, suppose the area under the normal curve to the right of x equals 17 is 0.1151. Provide two interpretations for this result. So here we're coming with words. Right, we got to talk about words. We got to put sentences, meanings to these numbers. So it's at the probability of 17 is equal to 0.1157. Sorry, 1151. So we need to give a sentence of that. So a sentence, right, an interpretation could be the probability that a refrigerator lasts more than 17 years is 0.1151. There's an interpretation, right? It gives you the idea. The probability that the refrigerator lasts more than 17 years is 0.1151. Another way of saying that would be 11.5%. So that's one interpretation. Another interpretation would be the idea of the complement. Right? So we have the black side taken care of with this interpretation. Now we're going to have the white side by saying the probability that a refrigerator will not last 17 years is, and let's do the complement of that, is 0.8849. Right, the probability that a refrigerator will not last 17 years is 0.8849. Another way of saying that, the probability that a refrigerator will not last 17 years is 88.5%. So two interpretations for this one value, right? This number right here has a meaning, and we have to provide those meanings from now on. It's very important.